Welcome to Mandate, where we navigate fresh perspectives and nothing is off the table. Tonight's guest is from Tāmaki Makaurau. He is originally from the 275 out in Mangere or Mangele. Also lived in Glen Eden out in West Side. Also, he also lives across the ditch as well in Australia. He got a scholarship to play league in Australia back in his younger days. But this individual is an amazing man who happens to be in the real estate space. He has an extensive and an incredible portfolio in terms of, and a special knack of selling houses. And so the man is incredible. He is a family man, but most importantly, has an incredible story to share. Please put your hands together for the man himself, your favorite real estate agent, Sasa Tofilau!
Thank you, sir. Man.
Oh, also, man.
I felt like Bruce Buffer right there.
I wish you so.
Thank you so much.
Also, no, thank you very much for joining us and gracing us on the podcast tonight, Sasa Real Estate. But even before that, Sasa, because just in case for those who are not familiar with who you are and the work that you do in terms of the real estate space, also maybe you can give just a quick rundown in terms of who was Sasa. Who was Sasa even before the real estate space or your job as a real estate agent? Tell us a little bit about yourself, Sasa. For those who are like, who's Sasa?
So, name Sasa Tofilau. I'm 30 years old. Born in Samoa, in Liluwenga. My mum comes from Vailutai, which is near the airport, and my father comes from Iva. Obviously, we moved here for more opportunity when I was a baby, youngest of three. So my older brother Xavier, older sister Tallulah. We moved here, just for more opportunity, and originally in Mangere, we had to move out west because Mum was working out there as a cleaner. Everyone probably remembers her at Henderson Mall and St. Luke's, where she cleaned for a long time. But that's everything in a nutshell before real estate.
Oh man, that's incredible. And I think people often think, okay, because before we even touch the real estate, because you've done some amazing things within the span of 4 years. And I just looked at some of your work and your portfolio and then what you've done thus far. But even before then, you spent some time in Australia, playing league. Obviously, you're a custom boy here, Kelly Block. Props to the
a year
West.
and a half,
and also Mangele. We had Fitz, like, and you said you know Fitz. You've done some work with Fitz in 275 Mangere. But tell us also, because and I forgot to mention, hey, born in Samoa, the beautiful islands of Samoa, 685 baby. Yeah. And so, but also tell us, because before real estate, you were playing rugby, you were playing in Australia. What was the whole, I guess, the whole plan in terms of you? Was it because you were thinking of NRL? Yep. Or was there something else that you had in mind in terms of sports? Because it seems like it was kind of your passion at the time. Also, tell us what the league.
I guess we're living out west, and a friend of mine told me to come play some league for Glenora. So when I played a couple of games, and then luckily my uncle was staying in Brisbane, and he knew some people in Brisbane, and just gave me a call and had it was a Broncos development program. So I went over there for like a little trial, and then got a scholarship to Wavell State, where I spent 3 years. The goal was to get to, obviously, like growing up, obviously, we stayed in a state house. To us, it was heaven, like, because my mum always made sure it was good. So for us and my siblings, my brother had to drop out of school really early to work at Tigo, to get us through, and then my sister had to drop out as well and work at a cafe at the mall. So it kind of felt like, I was the only one that had the opportunity to play sport. So I thought, I might as well give this a good crack. So I moved to Brisbane on a scholarship, and I guess I had all the opportunities, but I didn't take it. Didn't realize how good of an opportunity I had. Maybe it's because I didn't really have like a father around, because our dad left us quite early. Maybe, I look back now and I make sure I don't repeat the same mistakes now with my kids. Make sure that I'm there for them and being present. So, the goal was to get to the NRL. Didn't work out. And then from there, switched to union like pretty quick. came back to New Zealand, and then I started playing for Papatoe Rugby Club, and then Grammar Carlton, and then got some opportunities there. Played like Auckland age grade stuff, 20s and 21s, and then went back to Australia for like a Aussie 20s trial, and then like that was working out, but then I didn't qualify because I didn't stay long enough in Australia when I was schooling there, and then I just felt like, oh man, nothing's working out, so got a phone call if I wanted to go to Scotland and play some club rugby. So I went over there, and I was actually run by Samoan international as well, and he's a good guy, Quinny Sant.
Yes, I know Quinton says.
So Quinny took me over, and I went over there, and I played for his club for a couple of years, and then just on my final year there, like my third year, got a call from Edinburgh, which is the only professional team in Edinburgh. It's Edinburgh and Glasgow. Then I got a trainer trial with Edinburgh, then signed for a year, and then played professional for a year, and then
Bro, what a journey, man.
Yeah.
Like even obviously the journey in terms of league, and then you went to rugby union. But I do want to touch, because you mentioned it, your mother.
Yeah.
It seems like your mother's an intricate part of, or integral part of who you are. And you mentioned that dad wasn't in the scene. It was more mom was kind of holding it down for you. And you mentioned State House.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I find it ironically also that your State House, and then you in the property game, or the real estate. Also, tell us how, before we kind of carry on with the league and the union, your journey in Scotland. Tell us, because it seems like you said it was heaven. You didn't think otherwise.
No, because I think that's the great thing about us, like Samoans and Polynesian. I think we grow up really grateful for what we have. So for me, growing up, it didn't feel like, till I got to a certain age, I started to realize, oh, wow, like my mom's, she's the one. I can't believe she made it seem so easy. Yeah, like she was cleaning, morning, get our stuff ready, drop us off to the alleyway, go to school, and then my brother will bring us home. Wouldn't see my mum until the evening because we didn't have a car at that time. So, yeah, she was cleaning at the Henderson Mall, and then she did like 10 plus years there. Then St. Luke's and also Kelston Food Town before it became what it is now. But yeah, growing up, it was like we had food, we had clothes, like we had fun. And my mum always like made it seem like, hey, like count our blessings, everything we have, and church on Sunday. So no, I didn't realize until, and now I realize what a lot of people say to me is like, you don't know until you have your own family, like, you know, the sacrifices they had to make to get us here. So yeah.
Yeah, and props to your mom. It's funny because I had an interesting conversation this afternoon, or this morning. Same thing, and we were talking about sacrifice, and this woman, she's a jiu-jitsu instructor, and she's same thing, sacrifice. We talked about sacrifice. We talked about opportunities that are missed, because you get homesick, and you want to come back home and you miss the opportunity. You're like, wow, but it is the sacrifice that mum does, and we don't know any better. We're little kids. We think, oh, cool. We live in we're happy. Yeah. It's not like until you get older, like you see, you get older and you realize you become parents. Yeah. Have your own kids. Like, oh man, the sacrifice. Yeah. That's what we need to do. But I love it because it seems it's put you in good stead. And it seems like you're very, very grounded off the bat. You're very grounded, very humble as well. And so, props to you, mum. And it seems like the opportunities that have come, and some of them have been lost, but then some have been gained. You've really grasped these other opportunities with the real estate. And so after the rugby union and playing in Scotland, I know you went to France. You had a stint in France.
Yep, had a stint in the Pro D2 in France. So after Scotland didn't get re-signed, so moved to France. That was a whole new thing, and my partner just moved over. And then she fell pregnant while I was in France, trying to crack it. Wasn't on a lot of money because obviously we didn't have any, we weren't big players then. So we were just grateful for the opportunity to be there. But there was a whole culture change. Like you had to speak French, or no one would really speak to you. And we spent a year there, and then I remember like I was just over it, and my partner was back here, about to give birth to Kobe, who's my oldest, and I was just like, man, what am I doing here? Like this is I need to be with my family, kind of thing. So that didn't end on a good note. Like I burnt my bridge there, and I just like told the club, nah, I'm leaving, kind of thing, and they didn't believe me until I booked my flight, because every time I play to get signed there, usually we get 2 flights. So then I used their second flight, and I told them I was just gonna come home and visit my partner who was giving birth, and when I came back, we just stayed.
Wow.
I didn't go back. I remember leaving everything in the apartment that they gave me, and I was just like, nah. So I came back here, and at that time I wasn't like in the right headspace. I thought like she needs me here, but I wasn't. I didn't realize till after, like I should have stayed there and stayed in it, and grinded it out rather than coming back. And then coming back here, we just had nothing, and then, like came back here, and obviously couldn't go back overseas. So old teacher from Kelston was actually coaching at Hawke's Bay, and he gave me a call and said, hey, do you want the opportunity to come down to Hawke's Bay? So I moved down to Napier. We stayed in Clive and signed a 1 year originally, and then during pre-season I signed an extension for another 2 years. So I had 3 years of ITM, and the goal was to get to Super. The first year didn't really work out. I started the first game, and then it was just in my head because my partner had come back up to Auckland, and I was just like, I'm missing my son's first birthday for this kind of stuff. And just my season didn't go to plan. Coaches told me, hey, it's all right. You've got 2 more years signed, and you should be excited. No one really cracked Super after their first year. But my mindset was different. I was like, nah, I let everyone down. So I ended up coming back to Auckland and then going to Singapore for like the APD Dragon tour. And I didn't think anything like that Hawke's Bay would get upset, because there was a couple of Hawke's Bay boys that were going there. Yeah, so we get to Singapore, and it's just not what they promised. Like, we were sleeping on the floor. Said we weren't going to get paid for a couple of weeks. And to me, the only reason why I took that was it was going to be fast money for my kid.
Yeah.
So then I ended up flying back. And then they're like, oh, are you sure you're going to do this? You're going to burn your bridges? And I said, nah, I'm done. Like, I've got a kid back home. Like, this is not working out for me. So I flew back to Auckland, and Hawke's Bay sent me an email that same morning, said, mate, we're terminating your contract. Don't bother coming back.
Jeez.
Yeah. Sorry.
But hey, no, hey, it's good. I think it's good, Sasa. That's good.
So I moved back to Auckland to my partner, and I was staying with my in-laws. Lovely family. So I stayed with them for just moved back, and like Auckland were looking at me, no one were. So I was like, man, I kind of now I've created a bad name for myself. Bit of a jumping team guy. But if they had sat me down and had a chat, I realized what I was going through mentally wasn't the best place. I was just trying to find the quickest meal for my kid, but it wasn't the way I did it. Wasn't the right way, and I acknowledge it, and I own it today. And so then I came back here and just decided I'm not going to play anymore. And then there's only 2 jobs that we ever knew. Like, it was either working with kids or be a policeman. So I decided to be a teacher aide. And then I went into teacher aiding, applied for a couple of jobs, and then I got the role at King's School.
Wow.
In Remuera. And then I was there, and it was $22-something an hour. But I was teacher aiding there, and I enjoyed it, and I met a lot of smart people. It's pretty expensive to send your kids there, but I met a lot of smart people, and just heaps of it was just being in that environment. Yeah.
Out of all schools, out of all schools. That's a good squad. There's a lot of good connections out there. Yeah. A lot of good people there.
And I think that's when the flick for me switched. For me, I was like, man, like some of these parents are like former All Blacks and Super Rugby players, and they were saying, Sus, why didn't you start a rugby academy at King's? And I was like, really? Well, I didn't make it that far, so why are these kids going to listen to me? Like, but you can give them a head start on maybe not what to do. So I started my academy there, trained well over 200 kids during my time there. I stayed for 3 years, just teacher aiding in the PE class, but then started running my rugby academy from Monday to Friday after school. And I was making more money from that than I was on my wages.
Jeez.
So, but that's what it's like, eh? Like, you're living with your in-laws. Don't want to let anyone down. You want to hold, kind of feel embarrassed, you know. So that was my way of providing at the time. Mrs. We were on this only parent working benefit. So that's quite the journey, eh?
Bro, what an incredible journey was all good. Bro, I think just I'm with you in terms of that part. Like, obviously you said, hey, you kind of burn your bridges here, and plus you're still trying to, because how old were you at that stage?
I stopped playing when I was 24. So I would have been around like 20, 21, 22.
Yeah, because you're still young.
Yeah.
You're a young adult trying to figure out yourself. You're still trying to find who you are. And like you said, I think that's the most important part. You said, you know, if someone has set you down and asked you, hey, how you doing? How's it going? More so mentally. Yeah. How's things? You're just young. And like you said, your priority was my son.
Yeah.
My son, my wife. You know, I got to make sure that they're looked after. And so, of course, you're going to go to the route. You're thinking, well, this is pretty where money's going to come, pretty quick money. I need to get this for my child and my wife. It's interesting, and it's interesting because some people think, okay, that opportunity's gone, and some opportunities come and go, and some opportunities they come and they never come back. But it seems like I know, Sasa, it seems like it's kind of like more of a learning curve.
Yeah.
Because you could have said, you know what, stuff this, I don't know what to do. I'll just do whatever comes my way. But it seems like you've kind of found yourself throughout the journey.
Yeah, 100%.
And teacher aid, because Kings, that's a good school, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dan Carter and Dougie Heller, man. You better come to the podcast. I know. And so, but bro, and so you the academy. You said well over 200 kids.
Yeah, during my time there.
And I know this because I know articles they called you Mr. T.
Yeah.
And so you're a prolific figure in the school, rugby, and then how did it come from rugby academy or teacher aid, and then academy, and then now to now? Because that's incredible. I don't know how you merged it together into the real estate.
I guess when I was there, like you said, I was very blessed to meet a lot of parents that had started their businesses and took risk. And one of them was an agent, and he said to me, man, why don't you go join your brother? So my brother Xavier and his wife, they were running their own team out in Mangili. And I said, oh, nah, real estate's not for me, man. Like, that's a Balangi game. That was my fault. Like, nah. And he's like, nah, you can do it. Look at your brother, he's doing well. So yeah, I reached out to my brother and his wife, and I said, man, should I get my real estate license? My brother said, yeah, but I'm not going to help you with the course. So if you do it yourself, then we'll take you on. So, yeah, left Kings and saved a bit of money for my holiday camps that I was running at Kings, and got my ticket in real estate, and then we moved out to a rental in in Otahu. I still remember we moved out to a unit there with we had 2 kids at the time, Kobe and Esme. We moved out there and we just went all in. So I joined my brother's team. He was working for Ray White, Mangry at the time. So I joined my brother Xavier and his wife Bree. So yeah, that was my start.
Jeez, and props to your brother Xavier. Hey, props to you also, because your brother. Because you know what? Yeah, cool. Come also, and I'll give you a kind of a head start and kind of get you in, and put your foot in through the door. Yeah. But props to him, say no, you're gonna learn this. You're gonna have to learn that either the hard way. And so, did you have any inclination in terms of, bro? Because you said, this is a Balangi game. I can't fit in. This is not my world.
Yeah.
Did you have any inclination that you'll be making? I hope you don't mind me asking or saying this. You're making 100 or selling 155 million, making dollars in terms of a house and selling houses. Did you have anything? No. Were you just hoping, like, I hope this works?
Yeah. Also, like, I think I had no choice, because my brother said, look, if you want to do better for your kids and stuff, like, I'm not going to hand it to you, but I'll teach you what I know, and then like you do it your way, kind of thing. So they didn't make it easy at all as well when I come in. So when I came in as a sales associate in their team, my job was just to door knock, Monday to Friday. Sometimes in the weekend as well, so door knock from morning to night time, and that's when he was still building his team as well. It was just him and his wife. So yeah, no one really knew us, and Mangele said the best way to do it, my brother, he's always been a good salesman with jobs in the past. He said the best way to introduce yourself is door knock. And then that was it for the first year and a half. And then things started turning over pretty quick from that.
Well, give us a demo then, Sasa.
Was it just
So you were knocking from Monday to Friday. You're knocking on the doors.
Just doors. Target was 20 numbers a day.
Bro, I can imagine because you talk about Mangeli or Mangeri. This is our people. You're knocking on the door. Like, what the heck? Yeah. So what was the reaction? What was the response? Obviously,
well, my brother always had a saying: no cherry picking when door knocking. So you can't just see a rundown house and think nah, or see dogs and think no, I'm not gonna knock on the door. My brother, that was his rule. It was 20 numbers a day, 500 numbers a week. 100 numbers a week, clean data. And then he'd put it into the database and then we'd service it from there. But it was just standard, like, just, hey, how are you? I'm Sasa from Ray White at the time. Just letting you know, number 10 John Street's for sale. Not here to sell you the house, just keep you up to date. Would you like to know what it sells for in a couple of weeks? And usually owners, okay. I'm pretty interested in know what it sells for. So name, number, and email. And then I just stay in touch with them during the campaign. Come back to them in a couple of weeks. Hey, number 10 John Street sold for 700,000. And then sometimes they wow, that sounds pretty good. Then we'd offer them a free market appraisal from there. And then build our rapport from there. And then slowly, go into the pipeline from cold to hot. And then all of a sudden we've got sellers.
Man, you got those warm leads and you just...
and it wasn't like, it also was hard. Like a lot of times get told, F off or don't come back here again. But we found in South Auckland, especially Mangili, we found our people, usually mum would be home during the day, dad would go work. And then split shifts, so there was always someone home. So we unlike West and whatever, they were always gone to work. So we found a little niche there and just stuck at it.
I think that sticks out, like you just said, stuck at it. Like you said prior, you said, hey, you went to another club, but it seems like you stuck to this. What made you stick in the game? What was it? Because it because of your babies, your partner?
Yeah.
Was it because of that? Was that the main reason?
So it was just honestly, I just wanted to get in and like help people, and like just actually there's so much knowledge in the property industry. Like you don't know heaps also, but like a lot of the stuff I had no idea. Growing up in a state house, like how do you buy a home? Like it seems almost impossible. Like how do you save a deposit? How do you use equity to buy a home? Like all of that stuff. Like they don't teach us at schools around here. Or maybe I wasn't listening in class, but I just felt like there wasn't enough knowledge given to our people. So I think,
man, my Lord, Sasa, what a journey, what a story, man. So you stuck at this, and then, bro, I'll say it again, 155 million, and I'm thinking to myself, what the heck? And I saw your kavali, man.
Thank you, so that was
man. Props to you, man, because, and I say this, props to you because it's hard. People don't see the hard yards. They just see the fresh car. They see the price tag. Oh man, and they don't see, like you said, the sweat, blood and tears and the work you have to put in. They don't see that. And so also, was there a time when you felt deterred, like, oh, what the heck am I doing? I'm knocking on these doors. I don't want to do this. I'm on the urge of like, you know what? I'll just revert back to what I've done in the past.
Yeah, jump.
Yeah. Were there times like that?
To be honest, also, like, I think it's because I had a proper sit down with my brother, and he said, "Solid, this is the way it's gonna be. Like, you can't in this industry, you can't jump ship like that. It's once you're known as jumping ship and as an agent, you almost looked at as he's desperate, or he's not that good. So it was just like all in, and I was grateful I had to sit down with him, with my brother and his wife, and we just mapped it out from there. And Yeah, yeah. So,
Bro, that's incredible, man. And like like you said, if you had someone to talk to you during your league days or your rugby union days, maybe the outcome would have been different, totally different.
maybe also a bit of luck. Yeah,
yeah, and a bit of like, hey, let's see what's happening. Like obviously mentally, let's check in on the also and see how he is, and maybe we can find help for his partner and his baby, in the early days. But it's interesting, Sasa. How many during your time playing rugby and league? How many, and you can attest to this, how many of the usos or how many of the players you knew you just knew for a fact, like, man, they're going through some stuff.
Yeah.
How many? With the,
yeah.
Could you tell, like, yeah, they're going through some stuff, he's going through some stuff.
Yeah, just prior day.
Yeah.
Just didn't want to. It's a weird, like, touchy subject to speak about.
Yeah.
Well, the only time they start talking like that is when they're drinking or everything around, and we just joke about it. But looking back now, I was like, man, yeah, we had opportunities to maybe tell or no and get around each other and, and bring each other up like that. So now I'm just making sure I do that now.
Man.
Just with anyone I meet, and I guess that's why I love what I do. Like, it's just me and my partner. It's just us in our team. So it's just myself as an agent, and she's my assistant, PA. And we just, just set our goals and family goals, everything. So I'm just trying to fill the cups, especially my cup at home with my kids and being present. Yeah, just can get quite lost pretty easily in this industry. And I felt like, when my brother moved overseas, it was my time to kind of bring my name out now. And just making sure I give back to the community when I can as well. So no, it's been good.
Oh man! So Xavier's gone.
He's in Brisbane.
It's Brisbane. Oh wow!
So he moved to Brisbane just over a year now.
And you've started your own team with your
just me and my wife.
Yeah,
so
your wife. Jeez, and it seems like it's. Do you feel like it's been fast tracked? Like it's just like it's 4 years. 4 years for me is like, man, that's quite a short time frame.
Yeah.
And you've accomplished this within 4 years, which tells me that you really enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah.
You enjoy the work. You enjoy the grind.
Yeah.
And even better, you're doing it with your wife.
Yeah.
So that's I think there's this added bonus.
It's a bonus.
Yeah, it is. It's a bonus. You get to work with your wife.
She keep you in check.
Yeah. Keeps us humble. Keeps us grounded. That's so true. Keeps us grounded. But also, you mentioned to be present. You mentioned present several times. And so obviously, and I hope you don't mind us touching this,
of course.
but Dad, where was Dad in all of this?
Dad was just moved on to another partner. Really alcoholic growing up, so didn't really see Dad. Like, it was maybe once or twice a year growing up where he'd come and take us for a school holiday. It would only be for a couple of days at his place with his new wife. And so he wasn't present at all. And you just always have that glimpse of hope. Glimpse, maybe Dad is gonna change or be there for us. So I think my brother took that role on me as the old also. So it doesn't seem like I missed out on a lot, but maybe the discipline side of things, because my brother never like fussied me or anything like that. He just like talked to me. But maybe I did need a fussy growing up, so maybe the rugby journey would have been different. But nah, it was just Mum also. That's Mum all the way, and still is till today. So but I stayed in touch with my dad like right until his last day. So
wow,
found peace with that.
Yeah, that's good. I think that's sometimes all you can do is just find that peace and move on. But also, like you said, be present for your own kids.
100%.
Yeah, I like that, and it's interesting. I think just the story, the backdrop of your siblings and mom and you. Some people think, oh, man, it is. I can imagine that's some hard.
Yeah,
that's hard, and sometimes it's not uncommon. You hear that from different families or different people in our environments, in the hood and whatever, different areas, even affluent areas. But man, props to you, bro. Props to you for keeping it down and holding it down and doing this. What's been the greatest? What's been the greatest learning when you look back? When you look back at your the stints you had in rugby and union, what's been the biggest learning? What's something that stood out for you? Thinking, this is the all because of this. I had to go through this. This is what I've learned.
Probably like sport. It's not the only meal ticket. Yeah, I think a lot of our kids coming through now probably feel like sporting's the only meal ticket out of the hood or out of the way we grow up. So I feel like invest more into like off the field stuff and just as much as you do in your sport, but I think sporting's just a bonus. So that's probably the biggest thing. Like if I look back and I tell myself now, like, yeah, just tell yourself like it's never over. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. But even then, like some of the learnings, what's helped you obviously in the real estate space? Some of the things you've learned back then. Yeah. What's helped you in the real estate space? Has there been anything that's helped you?
Definitely. Also, probably rejection. Like probably like just love it. Like not getting picked for a team or not getting re-signed. Like looking back now, like I wish I had the mentality that I have now. Like if I don't get a listing, because there's too many agents, there's too much business out here. We're not gonna sell everything. So I think just have that mindset. Like next, and that's what I always tell myself. If I don't get a listing, or I just say to myself, next. Can't spend too much time dwelling on that loss.
Yeah,
just gotta focus. Okay, that's all right. It wasn't meant to be. On to the next. So I think taking that from rugby, getting the rejections, getting cut from teams, not getting re-signed. I've learned to like embrace the rejection now, and real estate. So
it's good.
Which has helped heaps also. So
that's awesome. Because you know what it's like, not just our people. You get a no, you get rejected or rejection. What's the initial reaction?
Oh, head down.
Yeah,
head down. Start kicking stones and blaming people.
Yeah. Get down. Why? Why is this not happening and all that? Yeah, and then you kind of like you get down, but
which is
I like it.
Which is okay.
Yeah.
But I think find it like that strength in you and remind yourself, hey, you're more than that. That's all right.
Yeah. It's cool, and I think we need to hear that at times, because sometimes we're not really good at rejection. More so as men, we get rejected. Obviously, the reaction is like, "Oh man," you get pissed off. You get pissed off, and we take it personal. We take it personal. What'd you do that for? And blah blah blah. And then we say, "Oh, it's them. It's them. Blame other people or the situation, whatever." But be okay with it, eh? Just be okay with it, and just like you said, that's all right. Next one, the next one,
100%.
the next one. Just keep going. Also, that's awesome. Also, maybe because you're in the space and your work speaks for itself. How do for our people who are listening, our viewers and listeners, in terms of the listings, the houses, people who, and sometimes our people are not aware or not educated in terms of how do I get home ownership and so forth. What do I need to do? How do I cross my T's and dot my I's to ensure that the bank lends me money, or I can get my finances in check? What do we need to do?
Our first step is probably speak to your bank. If you don't have a close relationship with your bank, maybe reach out to a mortgage broker, and then that way they can get a credit check done straight away for your Centrix. And then mortgage broker will be your best the best at giving advice around, okay, you might need to cut down on your account conduct or how many transactions that you do in a month or cut the Ubers out. But it wasn't until I got into the space that I really knew, like, man, mortgage brokers, like, that knowledge that they have is like gold, eh? Like, and then they can put you into the steps in place into getting into buying a home. So that would be the first step. And I know a lot of our Polynesian families were all sitting there. Like I've experienced that so many times. Like now I've done just over like 200 million in sales now. So like 2 weeks ago, but
did you say 200 million?
Yeah, just over now.
Just 200 million. Sasa, what are you doing, man?
No, also, but I found it, like, it was a family last week, a Tongan family. They were staying in a state house in Glen Innes. And they were like, man, we can never own a home. But the only reason why they phoned me was word of mouth. They said a friend said, oh, his Sasa can help you. Like, he helped us. And I went out there with a mortgage broker, and remember, our people, like, we work so hard, our parents are the hardest workers, they go to the grave of their Kiwi7. Only time they draw it out was hardship. Like, that's the only time they'd think about it. But, like, we sat down with this family, and like, the mum had 90,000 Kiwi7, the dad had 60. But they got told by the bank that the bank would never look at them because she's too old. She's close to pension, yeah. But I sat down with the broker, and then, like, now a month later, they're moving into their house. They never thought they could buy a fale, but it's just that knowledge also, I think. Like, we have this knowledge. It's not for us to hold, it's for us to give. And yeah, that's the only reason why I enjoy, like, especially what I do also. Like, all that stuff, like the carvalhais and stuff, that was the itch that I always had when I was growing up. I wanted to own a nice carvalhai, but it wasn't.
Like, the McLaren, come on, man.
Yeah. Oh, it's nice also, but it's going soon. Like, I'm getting...
Oh, Ferrari?
No, so I'm just going to stick to my Toyota Highlander. But no, I think that was always a goal growing up, to get a nice carvalhai like that, but it wasn't. Now that I think, matured and, hey, tick that off, like, you don't need it. Like, there's more things I could do with that kind of money. So, nah, yeah, also, yeah.
Hey, but at least you say, hey, man, I believe you got the photos to prove it, man. You just, man.
Best feeling was driving into my ngili the first time I got it, just parking at the town centre, and I remember all the kids from, like, after schools, because I go to the hot chips in the town centre, really nice spot, and all the kids just coming out, like, taking photos, and I think them seeing the poly face in the carvalhai like that, but doing it legitimately, like, I think for them, yeah, they loved it also, and that's, yeah, I love that when I drive through the hood. But that's about it.
So what the kids say to you? So, what gang are you with?
Also, I'm pretty sure some of them were thinking, hey, he's got a beard, he's got a bald. I'm pretty sure they were thinking that.
Also, man, but that's impressive, because not every day someone's driving with a McLaren to the town out of Mangili, and imagine because of the trajectory.
Yes.
And tell me, be honest, your family, your anger now.
Yep.
When they see that, when they see you thriving and being successful and doing just some good work, what's been the I guess the climate in terms of your family? Is there change? Is there people? Are they inspired? Are like, man, I want to be like Sasa. I want to be like Xavier.
You get some also, and I think also, you know, a lot of usos that are sat on the seat. You get some that they love it, and then, you know, there's some that don't like it. But I guess it is what it is, and we just got to keep being ourselves, and still try to give them the game, and it's up to them if they want to take it and use it. But as we know, also, we live in a country where, you know, tall population is really bad. So, I've always felt like, hey, like, if we just give the, like, you know, we're not better than anyone else. You know, there's always someone better than us in our fields, but if we just stay grounded, be humble, and just keep the why, that's it. That's what it matters also.
Props to you, man. Props to you. And I like the attitude. And so, interesting. So you're saying, we talk about family who...
Could be family and friends. I lost a lot of friends also. Yeah, it was funny. Well, when I got into real estate, one of my closest friends from out west, I won't say who it is, but reached out to me, we caught up, and those were my first steps of coming into real estate.
Yeah.
So, man, you're talking different, or you sound different. Why are you trying to do, like, real estate? Just stick to, like, try to, you know, stick to playing rugby.
Stick to what? Rugby?
Yeah, stick to rugby or whatever. And I was like, I looked at it and I was like, oh, nah, it's like, I need a change, man. Like, I'm not good enough anymore to play that game. I'm like, I need to find something else. He's like, oh, yeah. So that was a friend of 10 years, you know, and we still stay in touch today, but it's just not the same. And I think that's what I've learned going on this journey is, like, you can't take passengers, and if they're not in the right headspace or they don't support what you do, then just leave them behind. Otherwise, it's gonna be an expensive ride. There's that, yeah.
Especially when you're driving McLaren, it's an expensive ride, man.
I see this. I saw that saying. So I follow a lot of Instagram like quotes also, and there was one of them was like, "Be careful who you take with you on the journey, because if you don't get off that next stop, it could be the most, could be the most expensive and most like mentally not good for you." So yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry, sis. It was really sad, Sasa. And oh, sorry, get some.
Some water also.
No. I'm all good. Man, it's sad, Sasa.
Yeah.
It really is sad. And it was sad. The sad thing about it is that these are people like your friends and your family who just you do good for them.
Yeah.
Or you do good to them.
Yeah.
And still when your successes, they just can't celebrate. They can't celebrate or be happy for you. I think that's the saddest thing also. And because look at the work you've done. You can't deny the fact that you're successful and you're doing it. You putting the hard yards in it. You're doing it not only for yourself but for your family. And I can imagine because of our culture, Samoan, we do it even for our extended family.
Yeah.
And our friends,
Yeah.
who are kind of like who are family for us.
Yeah.
And I don't understand that, Hamuso. I really don't understand why a lot of some of our friends and family think otherwise. I've had several conversations around this, obviously tall poppy syndrome.
Yeah.
But the worst thing about it is that it's our people.
Yeah. It's our own people cutting our knees.
Our people. Yeah. I always use the analogy of the crab in the bucket, and you know the one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when they're trying to get the crab's trying to get out, and the other crab grabs the other crab and tries to pull them back in. It's interesting. It's very interesting. I don't know where that comes from. I don't know. I don't understand the psyche why we do that to our own people. Yeah. And so, because of that also, and I love it. Like you said, I'm not taking any passengers. It's an expensive ride.
Yeah.
And because of that mentality that you have, and I can guarantee you're gonna get that. You're gonna get, regardless. We're not like you. You're gonna get that. How do you keep yourself in check? Also, obviously you got an amazing wife.
Yep.
Your kids. But how do you keep yourself grounded? Because you can turn around like, man, stuff you. How do you keep yourself? Always just say, you know what? I don't care. I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. I'm gonna be even better. I'm just gonna. But how do you keep yourself grounded and still remain successful and still be civil?
Yep.
And love on those people who you know are not for you.
I think a lot of it's I always remember like my mum was saying to me like, almost say and just whamangalo son, it's okay. It's not worth it. So I think a lot of that now I transferred across to the way I am now, and you won't never see me with a big group of friends. Like I had a lot of them when I was playing sport, but as soon as I stopped, it was like a handful I can count. And I think when you realise like you only need a few real ones of you, that's it. So yeah, also I think just take them on the journey. Like my brother always said that to me. That's all. There's no use like biting back, and because that's what they want. Yeah. So I think just take them on the journey instead. It kills them inside even more. But I think at the same time, don't like, who cares? Like, yeah, because I had so much like people say stuff to me, and I know it's little digs and stuff like that.
Oh man!
But I think I just like yourself was just it's all right. They're fighting their own demons. Yeah, it's themselves. You know, it's not me. It's all good. It's just all good also.
That's good, man. That's good. Yeah, all good also. And just drop off of your car, valet, and just beat the horn. But also,
it was only a driver like probably drove it like less than 15 times since I got it 2 years ago. Like, jeez, I'm more my Toyota Highlander or my wife's like Tesla. That's it. Like we saved up wrong for that, but yeah, I only drove that like less than 20 times. Like it's only a weekend. Like when I felt like I got it, just to like really motivate myself also. Like wake up and look in the garage and like, crap, like, you know, I got to pay that. Like kind of feeling like, man, like I wanted that, got to pay it. Like what do I need to do for target a month to hit that? And like soon I'll be offloading it, but nah, I think just, you know, yeah.
Just keep going. I think that's it. Just keep going.
Stay in it.
Stay in it. Keep going, and don't even bother. Yeah. Don't give them any
time
breathing space, whatever. Yeah, or any oxygen. But cool, man. Also, how about in terms of just going back to educating our people?
Yep.
What else do they think? What else in terms of the listing? If they're looking for houses,
okay.
What do they need to look out for? Are there anything specific that they need to look out for in terms of our ainga or whānau? Or,
great question. So that's a great question. Probably like start with Trade Me. Like go and Trade Me and then favourite the suburbs that you want to live in. So it could be Mangili East or Whavona or Otara. And then just always refresh it every day and look at and always like put 3 or 4 bedrooms. But of our people are listening today, try and get something with 600 square meters of land, because that will pay off a lot longer, rather than buying a half site with no subdivision potential to build another dwelling on it, or you know, the value goes up a lot more because now as you know, so you can't build land, So if they can get something with 600 square meters of land on it, then take it, and then just do a lot of due diligence around building report. Get your lawyers to check the title and the limb. And your broker's job is obviously to get your finance in check.
Jeez.
So definitely encourage our people to go for big lands, especially now. So the markets, it seems to be down. So yeah.
Yeah, well, cause that's a good point. What do you think? How do you see the market now? Like people are thinking, oh, is this the right time to buy?
Yep.
Is this the wrong time to buy?
I think
is it going up? Or is it?
It's gonna stay like this for a while or so.
Yeah.
I think this is good for us because it brings it back down to what fellas are actually worth now, Not like COVID.
Yeah.
After COVID, that was crazy.
Yeah, I feel so for those. Yeah.
A lot of families they bought during that time. Also, I remember an article coming out in the Herald. They lost their deposit.
Jeez.
And even now, they're probably like kicking themselves. But hey, for those listening now, probably the right time to buy is now. The market's down.
Jeez, man. Well, that's good. That's good information because I know a lot of people are thinking, I think that's one of the key questions they ask. Is this the right time to buy? How about any things in terms of what not to do? Because there's some things that people are like, sometimes also vale, and you just muru vale. Yeah, we just buy it.
We'll just buy it.
Buy the house. What's some of the warning signs? Yeah. Okay, this is probably not the best deal. This is probably not the best house. What are some things that they need to look out for?
Stay away from like flood zone areas. So I know there's quite a lot in South Auckland, but try and stay away from those flood prone areas. Just obviously we've seen what happened with their last flood, so you never know. Get yellow sticker, it does drop your price value a lot when the years come by, but probably stay away from flood prone areas and cladding of homes. So monolithic cladding, plaster homes. Probably just make sure that there's a solid cavity system in place. Get your builder's check on that.
Oh, it's good.
Definitely recommend doing a building report, regardless. Like if this is your 5th house you've had a look at, do a building report.
How do because some people they just get so excited, overwhelmed, and think, oh man, they just want to get the house now without even doing like you said, the due diligence in terms of homework.
Yep.
How do you get people to kind of like, hey, just calm down,
yep.
just think about it, because some people are quite, they make rash decisions and they just go, let's just do it, let's buy it.
Yep.
Do you intervene in some of those instances?
I'm there from the beginning to the end also. So always get a home like under contract for at least 15 working days, or 10 to 15 working days, subject to builder's limb and finance. Even toxicology report to check if it's been meth involved or whatever.
Jeez.
So just that allows you enough time also to do those checks. We can't tell you who to choose as a builder or as a lawyer, but we can recommend a list.
Man.
And then just let them pick from that. And that's enough time for them to do the checks. And once everything's all, builders ticked, limbs checked, or limbs ticked, titles ticked, finances ticked, then as you know, so then you're ready to, advise your lawyer, I'm ready to go unconditional. I'm happy with everything. Never go in, I've had a lot of families call me now, I want to go to this railroad auction or Barfoot's auction tomorrow. I want to bid. And I was like, it's up to you, but I don't advise you to do it. Oh, but they're saying, the agent's saying it's gonna sell cheap. It doesn't have any bidders. I said, hey, but you haven't done your due diligence, so this is gonna be your home loan for 30 years. So yeah, you might buy it tomorrow and then you're happy, but then the roof might start leaking in a month. You can't go back and blame them because you haven't done your checks.
Man, that's good. That's good advice, and it is because a lot of the times we're not aware, we're not educated, and hence why a lot of our people in general is like, oh, I can't get this. That's probably not ideal. It's not. Yeah, that's not my. I guess it's not realistic for me to get a house, and I think I can never attain to that, owning my own home. And so, what would be the suburbs or areas in Tāmaki Makaurau in Auckland? Do you think that, man, these are the or the median prices that the houses will cost? That you think, man, this is probably the ideal place where you want to buy a house. You're looking to buy a house. This is probably the perfect suburb.
Probably like Mangili is good because Mangili now you can get like a freehold home in like the 600s now. Whereas a couple of years ago it was on Millway also. So Mangili is good. Mangili East as well. And then Otara is awesome as well.
Yeah.
Like, man, beautiful sites like out there. And I noticed all these investors from Central are all buying up the mortgagee sales. Like those numbers have gone up. It's crazy. And just seeing all those investors coming here and calling us every day, hey, I want to buy it. So definitely Mangili East, Otara. Favona is awesome as well. And Onehunga, that's a great patch to tap into.
Jeez, no, that's good, man. That's good, man. Because so often people think, it's the affluent areas, like the Rimmer areas, the Mission Heights, or what do you call it, St. John's and St. Heliers, all that kind of stuff. And so that's good. That's really good. I like that. I like that it's closer to home. Yeah, Mangili or Mangere or even Otara.
Yeah.
I like that.
100%. Even Rewa,
Rewa,
Clendon Park, Randwick Park. Yeah. They're all awesome places to live.
And for our people, because often, because you help our people, you work alongside our people. What could hit? And then I'm just working worst case scenario. If often the case, if it's not a Pacifica or Māori person is helping our people, how do they kind of go through the process in terms of making sure and that they're not duped or they didn't get like, oh, kind of like, oh, sorry, we didn't know about that, and you feel like, oh, you should have told me. How do we make sure that the person or the real estate agent is ideal?
Probably first thing to do is probably jump on Google, and then look up their reviews, and then have a look at Rate My Agent, homes.co.nz is another good one, and then just Google reviews also, and then that way you can see, okay, you can just type in top 10 agents in Mangere or top 10 in Otara, and there's heaps of like good usos out here doing their thing, and then just take their pick. But remember, like, you don't, and this is one thing that I've had to explain to our people so many times, because they're either working over in Kia or someone like that, or another also, or whatever, and they feel tied to the agent. Like, agents don't own buyers, and I want to make that clear. Like, agents don't own anyone. You don't owe them anything. They get paid if they sell you the home, but they should always disclose to you, hey, if it's not my listing, you can go and go give that agent a call and do your thing. And yeah, that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, that's good advice also. Good advice, because you know people, they're quite loyal. No,
100%.
No, he was first. He's, I can't change, and I feel bad if I do that.
Yeah,
I liked it. I like that you said no. You don't owe them anything. Yeah, you just this is a massive decision you're 100%. Making. There's a lot of money this, and so you make sure if you feel like it's not the right fit, then move on.
Just move on. Yeah, I tell them all the time. I had one last week. Like, he told me that I made a mistake because I contacted the agent and now he's not going to get paid. And this was I won't say who it was, but I said, that's just the proper way. Agents don't own you, man.
Wow.
You can do whatever you want. So even if I don't get paid, also I just like helping people, like just telling them, hey, I saw him down on the price a bit, or I know there's movement there. So yeah, I think that agents should always keep that in the back of their mind. Like, if that was my mum or dad buying, like, how would I want them to experience their experience to feel buying a home? It should be the best moment of their life.
That's awesome, bro.
And we don't get it perfect all the time, but like, if you have the right intention also, then it should lead to a good journey for that person.
Yeah, I love that. You know what I'm learning more and more with these conversations I have with the guests and like yourself, Sasa, is that it's always like these you guys have amazing accomplishments, amazing feats that you've accomplished, but it always comes back down to this, Sasa. I want to help people.
Yeah,
I want to
100%.
help people. I just want to help people, and along the way, if success comes along the way, and even if it means financial success, whatever it is, I really the root cause is I want to help people.
100% also.
And it's interesting because people think because I want to do this and that, I want to accomplish these amazing feats, and maybe you have your own personal goals in terms of why you want to do this and that, but it comes down to the cruxes. I want to help people.
100%.
Also, where does that come from for you personally? Where does that urge to help people? Where does that come from for you?
Probably just seeing my mum. Probably just seeing her help people, like clean and man. That's why when I look back now, like I buzz out, like I still take my kids back to my state house where I grew up on Woodglen Road, and we sit there like once a fortnight we'll just talk about life, and they always ask me, oh, how did Nana bring you guys up in the small house, Dad, blah, blah, blah. But I think it's like, that's where I learned that was like, just always give and like, count our blessings like every day.
Man, awesome. And your kids, you said Kobe and...
I've got three, so Kobe, Esme is my princess, and then Kawhi is my youngest.
Kawhi, oh man.
Yeah, basketball fan.
You're baller, man. Just, and your lovely wife.
Cassandra.
Cassandra, wow. Man, and so...
Her twin sister's actually named Caroline.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
oh, that's a great name. That's a great name. But hey, no, I thought I was at that because Cassandra, your wife, obviously because you guys are working together, often, and to be honest, also, because people always think, man, husband and wife, you see each other, and people, and then obviously couples are different. You just and they don't, sometimes say, we don't want to work together. But I tell you what, my wife and I we work together, and we're always in our own business together. And I enjoy it. I love it. I don't know about her, but so hopefully she feels the same way. But also tell us, because it seems like it's working and it works well for you and your wife.
Yeah, that's probably the best thing also. Like, in the beginning, like, had to slowly get used to it. But now it's like, I think it's because you have the same goal and the same why, and doing it together feels even better. Like you want to protect it even more, and like you can see when you're progressing and when you get knocked back, like she knows the problems that I deal with. I know what she deals with, so I know the answers to it. Or if I don't know, then I ask someone in my office. So like yourself also, like, having the same dream together and just protecting it. And then,
Man, I agree, man. I agree. There's something beautiful when couples work together. That's just me personally, but it is. And I like it that you and your wife work together. Also, in terms of obviously, what's the dream? What's the dream goal? Obviously, you've been in this space for the past 4 years. What's the dream goal for Sasa Tofilau and real estate?
Probably just keep doing what I'm doing also, but on a bigger scale. Probably just looking to got a couple like Polynesian usos coming through and sisters as well, like finishing off their course and gonna come into the office, and I'm gonna run a program soon, just mentoring them and hopefully give them their head start to real estate as well. But that's the goal. So, and just keep giving back to the community. Hopefully, when I partnered up with Moana Connect, and Moana Connect, so Jacinta there, lovely lady. So partnered up with them last year, and actually helped sponsor a uni student that did a research on Pacifica home ownership percentage in Mangili. So that report should be ready soon. But he went to LaSalle too, so it was cool. So can't wait till he presents there. Maybe I'll call you and come and listen.
Bro, that'd be awesome.
So he break it down, and even council helped him out with the stats. So it'd be interesting to see the percentage. So, so and then how can we change that and just keep doing seminars and
So you're running seminars as well?
Yeah, also so we've been before my brother left, we were doing it at the Whale Samoa, first time buyer seminars, and we've always had a stall at 275 Day with it. So Now also just always trying to give that knowledge back.
Sorry, also, man, that's awesome. Hey, we got a spare room. We got a venue over here. So if you ever want to bring it over here, man, that'd be awesome. Also, just because it is. I think you're right. The more of us who are educated, the more of us who are aware, and know what's out there in terms of and the dream become a reality. Because this is people who don't migrate from Samoa, whatever island, or Tonga, Niue, Cook Islands, come here because you want a home. You want to get your own home.
Yeah.
And so, and it's interesting, Sasa, because our parents, like you and your mum, they work so hard, and some of our parents, they buy their own homes back in the 70s, and then they have us, second, third generation, and then you think, man, it's hard to get a home, and so, and I think it's interesting. And would you agree that we have no excuse not to get our own home? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, especially with the advice and the knowledge all around now. So anyone can do it, man. If I can do it, man, anyone can. 100%.
What a wealth of knowledge! Also, when is your next? Do you have it every week or?
So my next seminar is actually it's going to get sponsored by Trade Me Property. So we're looking at early August, and we'll run that in the Mangere Law Centre with Harry and Vicky.
Oh yeah.
So
there are four.
He's the man. Him and Vicky. So we're gonna run our event in there also. So we'll let you know for sure.
Oh man, awesome.
And it'll be open to the public.
Bro,
we're gonna have island agents, island brokers. I'm gonna just do an island panel also. Island agents, island brokers, island builders, island lawyers, and then just because there's nothing better than seeing how people speak. Also, So got heaps of usos from all over.
Wow, well done, man! And props to all the speakers there, all the panel. Also, in terms of, because I always like to, maybe just left field.
Yep.
And so this got nothing to do with real estate, left field, and because this young man Gideon's he's a movie buff. He loves his movies. One day you're going to see this guy. His name's going to be on in terms of director. That's why he's called DC. DC, this is his nickname. DC is director's cut, and so he,
awesome.
So he's been called DC for many years, but he's just got a knack for movies. He knows movies, angles, and all that kind of stuff. Also, name for me. What is your favorite movie, or two favorite movies? You can, if you off the top of your head, like, this is my movie, man. This is my jam.
One is Shawshank.
Shawshank Redemption.
Yep. And probably the next one will be Troy. I love Troy. Yeah.
Is it the Brad Pitt one? Is it? So, Gideon, what's in terms of those two movies? What stands out from those movies?
Yeah, no, I love Shawshank.
Oh yeah, thanks.
I studied that one in school. And that was my first time watching it. But my dad used to tell me, "Oh, yeah, man, go watch Shawshank Redemption," and I was like, "Oh, this is an old ass movie." Because like for me, I was like, "Bro, I don't want to watch old movies." Then when I watched it in school, I was like, "Fuck, man!" It made me cry in class. I was like,
still makes me cry today.
Yeah. That's a really good movie. That's a great one.
So many gems in there, right?
Bro, man. Yeah. Good on you. And so another one, Troy. You seen Troy?
Once or twice.
Yeah.
I can't remember. That's the Trojan Horse one. Like?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like that movie as well.
Yeah.
Jeez, man, you got good taste, man. Your movies, man. Man. And so Troy, why is Troy your second?
Probably just his willpower. He also just didn't want, never let anyone throw dirt on his name, or if they did, he just turn up and make it happen.
Bro, what's your favorite line in that movie? I'm assuming it's the same one. I'm thinking.
Yeah, same one.
What is it?
When he's writing, Hector.
No, I hope it's the same movie. I'm thinking of the part where he's like, "Is there anyone?"
Yeah. Oh, so after it was, So when he's calling out Hector, and then he comes down, and is there anyone?
Yeah, I love that part. Yeah, man, you guys are good. You good.
Yeah, I forgot the line. Son will probably know, but Hector will be swimming with no eyes, no tongue, and underwood after he's finished with him.
Bro, you know your movies, man. And so movies, if it's movies, music. I know left field.
Ooh.
What's your favorite old school jam?
Oh, it's kind of few.
And don't say ever. Don't say ever.
Probably have to look at my phone.
Yeah. What's your old school jam? The one that you always when you're driving your McLaren, you're like. Yeah, sing it if you want to.
Yeah, I feel bad for not knowing off, but put me on the spot. Can I?
Yeah. Go for it. Yeah, what's the old school jam, man?
Sorry.
Because we usually get our guests to sing it when they're.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Yeah. It's not dance music.
It's quite a few. Sorry, so.
No, all good, man. Because I know it's like it's not.
So my son's Joe music.
Oh, you into what is it 1-4? Is it 1-4?
Sorry. Latif and Ryan Lizzie, you think you know?
Latif. How old was that? What year is that?
That's an old one. It's in the 80s also. And then there's Together by Rain.
Oh, how's the first one go? You don't know how it goes. How's the?
Sure.
You can sing it if you want to.
It's an easy one. Yeah.
Oh, bro. There's a good jam. There's a good jam, man. There's a good jam.
You know that one also?
I know that. Yeah, there's a good jam. There's a good jam.
What's yours also?
My old school jam. Oh, bro. There's just so many good old school jam, man. Oh, jeez. There's a good. Oh man, because I love music and there's so many good ones. If I had to choose old school one, it would have to be. Well, depending on how old we're going, probably 90s. I lived the 90s, and so I loved Boyz II Men. Boyz II Men. Obviously, you can't go from Boyz II Men. Boyz II Men. And so my favorite one would be "I'll Make Love to You." Yeah, the school. Yeah. But if that's the 90s, or even "Color Me Bad." I was a big "Color Me Bad" fan. Oh, yeah. So which was your one?
Sorry, so
the "Color Me Bad"? What was your favorite one of the "Color Me Bad"? Do you remember "Color Me Bad"?
Probably if I heard it also.
Yes. Oh, "Color Me Bad" was my favorite one. Was I shouldn't say it, but it was my favorite song. One of these. I want to sex you up. Remember that?
Oh yeah. Oh, was that thing?
Well, it's a good song. "Color Me Bad" is a good. Oh man, they're just great vocalists. That's the 90s, the 80s. Oh man, there's so many good groups. You had Michael Jackson. You had New Edition.
Oh, New Edition, yeah.
Oh, any of that, Bobby Brown, all that kind of in the 80s. You got the 70s, but a lot of R&B, old school songs. I was a big fan of those. But yeah, man, those will be my go-to, man. Even bit of 80s, you got AC/DC. You got you got John Bon Jovi. All those guys. Yeah, Pit Shop Boys. Yeah, these are the old school jams. But yeah, man. But bro, you got some good taste, Sasa. music and movies.
Yeah.
Get in.
I'm glad I got Gideon's green light on my movies.
Get in. Like I said, this guy knows. He knows his movies. Get in. You got any questions you wanna ask Sasa in terms of? It could be anything. Anything you.
Gideon's ready for dinner, man.
No, man. Awesome, Sasa. But I tell you, Sasa, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Because you are. I think it's Sasa that I know real estate. You have to put yourself out there. You have to, like you said, you're selling houses. You're getting people to say, hey, this is the house you want to buy, and so forth. You're dealing with people, and it's not easy. I don't know. It's not easy. Different personalities, and you get some people like they're hard to work with, or hard to even just sell a house. But your humility. I think that's really stood out. Your humility, and your grit. Your grit. You know what the greatest thing about tonight's Talanoa also was that you had these opportunities, and people might think, oh man, this guy missed his opportunities. Could have played in the NRL. He could have, played maybe the ITM, or maybe even All Blacks. You missed those opportunities because you made some bad decisions or rash decisions. but it doesn't stop there. There's other opportunities, like you said.
Yeah.
Sports not the
only meal ticket.
Yeah, meal ticket, or not the only be or end all. There's other opportunities, and I often think of the guys who probably like they missed out on those opportunities. Like, oh wow, and they dwell on it, they stay in that, and they just say, you know what, that was just the way it is for me, and then and then just kind of like just it just takes 10 steps backwards and not just go and follow something or do something else. You're living testimony of someone who's like, yeah, those opportunities could have been, but I found myself in another space, another sphere, and you're doing it, and you're killing it.
No, thank you so much.
You're killing it. And I'm not just saying for the sake of saying it. You are killing it. When you said, "Oh yeah, it's just $200 million," I was like, "Are you serious? $200 million, bro?"
That's nothing compared to like the bigger fish in the arena. But I say that with a lot of pride because I'm wasn't meant to be here, eh?
Bro.
Like a lot of I know it's cliche, but not meant to be here at all. And I'm just glad now seeing the more poly coming through now, more poly agents coming through, man. Like that's the best feeling,
bro. And but the thing is, you're here. You're here. You're not meant. You say you're not meant to, but you are here, which tells us you're meant to be here. And so, also, just one more question.
Yeah.
And I often like to ask our guests in terms of legacy, or maybe two questions. Legacy. What do you want to be known for when your time is done? What does Sasa Tofilau want to be remembered for in terms of your legacy? It doesn't have to be, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be real estate. It could be anything in terms of who you want to be known for or remembered for.
Just a pioneer and for real estate for us Polynesians. Yeah. Just someone that took the torch off someone else and passed it on to someone else. Come through. Yeah. Just want to be remembered as that also. Just a good person, that's it. At the end of the day, also, there's all the stuff here is nice, but we're all going to go one day and, it's not going to be here.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. So I'd rather be remembered, like you said, also legacy. I'll be remembered as a good person and someone that had the game and passed the game on. That's it.
Well said also. Well said.
Man, thank you so much to yourself also, your son Gideon and your wife Caroline for the opportunity to be here tonight. I know, like you guys didn't have to do it, and I know that a lot of people want to sit in the seat, and I'm just really grateful that you guys took the time out of your board to host me. So thank you.
No, I appreciate it. No, thank you for your time. Also, one more thing, because it's mandate.
Yep.
What does the word mandate mean for you? For Sasa Tofilau, what does it mean? Obviously, mandate means commissioned or authority or mandatory. What does it mean for you?
Mandate for me, point deadline, eh? Like I know when I think about mandate, I think about the word deadline or like this, I've set a goal and I've got to put a deadline on it to make sure that I do everything and prepare myself to reach. Like getting here today was like, surely, man. My brother's been sending me your stuff for ages, so if I go back now and give him a call and sorry, I just sat down with you and he's gonna be like, man. So how did you get on there before me?
Right, Xavier, man. Hey, Xavier, man. This is deadline, man. This guy's.
Yeah. So now, man, love your work and love your hustle and but always got love for you guys.
Oh man, I love it also.
Definitely be not the last time we sit together.
For sure, also. I think this is.
We'd love to hear your story one day. Also.
Oh
That'd
man,
be amazing.
Appreciate it also.
Yeah.
But bro, appreciate it. I love it. What it means for you, meeting that deadline, making sure it's done, making sure that the goal, you reach the goal. Props to you. So, mad respect to you, the hustle and the work that you do,
Thank you so much.
and your lovely wife and your kids also. And thank you as well. Thank you for the gift. Appreciate that also. Appreciate the gift, and thank you very much. But also, you know how it is also. You give us a gift, we give you a gift. And like every guest that comes on, I always do a caricature or a sketch or cartoon of how we envision our guest to be. And so you, my friend, on behalf of the Mandate team, also appreciate your time. This is for you, my friend.
Thank you so much, also.
man.
Thank you so much. Also.
No, thank you also, man.
This is going on the top shelf, man.
Bro, man,
Thank you so much.
You deserve to be on top shelf.
Thank
Also.
you so much.
But Sasa, let us know the progress. We'd love to have you back on again and share the new journey, the newfound journey when things just you make it bro, 200 million, whatever, man. So, but appreciate your time. Also, I always give the guest our last words. If you look through the camera, also, what do you want to say to our men, our listeners, our viewers, just to encourage them?
Keep doing what you're doing, and the famous saying that I follow that really relates to what I do. Find the need, fill the need. So yeah,
bro, I love that. Awesome. And let it not be an expensive drive. No passengers,
lucky,
man.
no things, yeah.
No passengers, man.
And take no passengers, man. Yeah, it's got to be ruthless and look after your wife and your kids first. Yeah. And happy wife, happy life, eh?
Yeah, man. Well, this what they say.
I think so. Yeah. Big Mac. I want to stop at Macca's on the way home, get a nice Big Mac. And, thank you so much.
No, awesome, man. Sasa Tofilau, please don't forget to subscribe. And once again, the man himself, Sasa Tofilau. Appreciate your time also.
Thank you so much.